What's up, guys? This is Jason with 101 Garage. You may notice there's no motor in the car anymore. So let me catch you guys up to speed. That last video I put out there was really crappy. But basically I just wanted to get it out there because I had all this footage from doing this and I lost a lot of it. A lot of it had audio playing in the background, so I couldn't even use it for YouTube anyway. So it was really crappy, but I basically just wanted to get something out there to just shed some light, I guess, of what I've done. So yeah, so to catch you guys up to speed, I got this car about 2 years ago, with running, driving, everything. Well, it wasn't roadworthy, shouldn't have been running and driving, but it ran, it moved under its own power. The guy that I got it from had a motor sitting in the corner that he had built from some shop, machine shop or whatever. And was going to put it in the car at some point. It was an older gentleman, actually a good friend of mine, grandfather owned this car. That's who I got it from. Anyway, so long story short, I got the original motor out of the car and everything, put this motor in the car, did a bunch of other goodies, and it was a 306, good running motor, or what I thought was going to be a good running motor. I put about 4 miles on it. After break-in, I had a dyno appointment the next day. I was just trying to break in the clutch and trying to figure out any leaks or anything that may happen so I don't go on the dyno and look like an idiot. So I was making about a 4-mile trip around my house, and well, it locked up. So long story short, again, the engine builder just did not tighten down one of the rod caps here. I will show you guys here in just a second. But yeah, so I got the motor back out of the car and got the numbers matching motor that I originally took out of the car at the machine shop. Right now I'm gonna do a nice 331 build, and I'm gonna have all that filmed too. But I just wanted to come out with this and basically have all this together and have a better video from the last, I guess, and try to see how this YouTube thing goes, I guess. So here we go. So just to do a little recap, anybody that may have watched my previous video, I mean, I doubt it, but anyway, did the UPRK member, everything under the hood and under the car is pretty much new rear end. I did a 355 gear with the Yukon Posi, 31 spline axles, all the good stuff, all the, I guess what everybody does, basically. The only thing I haven't done, I did obviously a 5-lug swap. I didn't do rear discs yet. I'm gonna do a rear disc brakes. That is next on my list. Viking coilovers in the front. Short throw shifter. Oh, rocking with a T5 World Class right now. BBK, long tubes. Basically, here's everything that is salvageable that I got off of the engine after it blew up. These heads, which were never touched, I had 4 miles on them. They're a cheap set of aluminum aftermarket heads, 60cc 180s or 185s, I believe. Scorpion rockers, 7/16 studs. This I got after the fact, because originally the motor that I had a carbureted intake on it when I picked it up from this guy. And I guess he was planning on going carbureted, but I decided against it. I guess because I wanted to drive this thing. I don't know. I mean, there's pros and cons to carbureted versus fuel injection in this year, at least. This year of fuel injection is not, or this year span of fuel injection is not the best. But with some tweaking, you can get her to work pretty good. Let's get over to the motor now. This is the junk one that I did take out. Maybe a little hard to see in there, but if you can't tell what happened, yeah. So, looks to me like engine builder just didn't tighten the rod cap, or didn't torque the rod cap. This was literally what was laying in the bottom when I pulled the pan off. 2 bearings, rod cap, and the nuts perfectly intact. Threads aren't going out of them or nothing. Look perfectly fine. So yeah, destroyed my block, everything. It's just lifters from taking the motor apart. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what it looked like right there when I took the pan off. That little piece over here included. So I should have my block back anytime now. It's been at the machine shop for a while now, and you'll get to see that, me build that on this channel as well. And I'm just trying to get all of this together as quickly as possible, because my goal was to get it down to Mustang Week last year, and that's when it blew up. I was in a rush to get it all done and yada yada yada, and hopefully this year, since they're doing Mustang Week again, apparently, I want to try to make it down this year. I thought that last year was going to be my last chance to try to make it with the Fox, and I didn't make it. I was pretty bummed. So yeah, hopefully we can get this thing going, and stay tuned for the engine build and getting this thing back together, because that's gonna be pretty interesting. It's gonna be a lot more than what I already had. I had just a basic, well, I should say mild 306. This one's gonna be a pretty rowdy 331. I decided against the 347. Yeah, hopefully I might have to change my fuel system, though. You'll probably see that in this video. I have parts everywhere in here, but this is my little array of new stuff that's going on. This I can't even use for my setup. I'm actually using a AccuFab, I think it's 75 millimeter or 80, something like that. No, it's definitely bigger than 75. Anyway, so got my ARPs for the new build. This is my cam. I'll show you the specs on that when that video comes out. All my gaskets and everything. Clutch is there. And everything else is still good. My upper and lower intake manifold. Obviously my heads are perfectly fine. They didn't get touched. And everything else was brand new anyway, so I mean... So I will be pretty much ready to go as soon as I get this block back from the machine shop. I'm just waiting to see the deck height so I can figure out what kind of head gasket I'm gonna run, because I'm shooting for about 10 to 1. That's at least what my camshaft requires. So yep, that's that. I have pretty much everything ready to go. Other than that, have a few odds and ends, like I will probably have to upgrade my fuel rail, because this was all fine and dandy for a 306. Probably could have had a adjustable fuel pressure regulator, but definitely needs to go for the 331, because these are 36-pound injectors too, so plenty of injector but not enough fuel line. So I think I might just change all that into AN line. I think it's a 255 and a pump in the rear. I might have to upgrade that maybe to a 290 or something, but we'll see. Yeah, everything's tubular on this car. Probably already, if you've seen my other videos, you will know that. You probably haven't though, because it was a really crappy video. I want to rewire all that mess, move all that mess somewhere, and get that rat's nest out of the way. Because even when the motor's in here and all that is routed to where it's supposed to be, it still looks like there's a rat's nest over there, and it bothers me very badly. I did actually get this whole interior, not me personally, but the guy that I got the car from, my buddy's grandfather, he had a 4-cylinder car, LX car, and he got the interior out of it. He even did this rear seat delete, which I like. I want to change the interior to black interior, so you'll probably see that sometime in this in this series for this car. I will be restoring this whole thing, so make sure you stay tuned for that. You'll get to see that whole process, building this engine, basically getting it going again. I started off, I had everything filmed from the last video, and like I said, I had all that footage just disappear, and a lot of it was messed up with audio in the background, and so I just wanted to start fresh, and I did what I could with the other video, and I'm gonna pick up here, and hopefully this is a good starting point for you guys. At least you'll get to see this whole process, and it's pretty exciting for me. I've been dying to do this. Basically a car for myself. I've worked on a lot of other people's places, stuff. I worked for a restoration shop for a long time, so I did a lot of restoration work and always worked on other people's stuff. Never actually got around to doing a full car for myself. I've done a lot with a lot of cars, you know, that I've owned, but never restored one or a classic car all the way through for myself. And you'll get to experience that journey with me and all this other good stuff. I have a truck out here. You're gonna see that too. That's later though. Yeah, so make sure you stay tuned, and I guess I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.